Say It Out Loud Sports is back, and we are going to bring you our coverage of UFC 251. We are releasing this episode a little early. The fight is 2 weeks out, but we want to make sure we get our thoughts out there. Everyone's going to be covering it, so I figure why not get the jump on them. Before we get into it, I want to update you guys on a few things that's coming up. We got Alex Perez, the fifth-ranked UFC fighter, coming on the pod. We're going to release that episode on the 8th. We got our MLB breakdown coming up on the 18th, and then obviously we have a few podcasts in between. So exciting things. I have looked into getting merchandise. We're ordering hats soon, so those will be for sale as soon as we get them. We are going to give some out to our guests, and then hopefully get some people to purchase some. They should be good quality. Looking to support the podcast, and more information on that later. So with that being said, thanks for joining us. If you're new here, go to our Instagram page, subscribe there. Our content's on there. We post pics, things like that. They're not always right, but we have hit some. So let's get in. I got my man Bobby joining me.
Yo.
All right, so let's get into. Should we recap some of the fights? The last couple.
Yeah, we can go back over the weekend, I guess.
So we got. If you follow the Instagram page, you'd see the bet. I hit a bet a couple weeks ago on the card nobody watched. Jessica I. Well, apparently Dana White said 1.4 million people watched it. I was not one of them. I recorded it and watched it after the fact.
I didn't watch it either.
But went 4 for 4 on that card. It was nice. A little 7-1 payout. Last weekend, I know you were gone.
Yeah, I was in Havasu.
The Curtis Blades fight main event.
I didn't get to watch it, but I heard it was an absolute just disaster.
I thought it was awful, and Dana White came out and ripped Blades for.
Yeah, he absolutely trashed Curtis Blades.
Oh, you said, what did he say about him? You said you saw some ice.
He basically said, you can't talk that much trash all week about somebody and then put on a performance like that.
Yeah, he was talking all week about ragdolling him.
Yeah.
And he had he had 14 or 15 takedowns, but he gassed out.
Yeah, the last 2 rounds he coasted through.
The best part of the fight was...
What's disappointing is Volkov doesn't finish that fight in the last 2 rounds when Blades is absolutely done.
He was close.
Zero
He just
left
kept
in the
taking him down.
tank.
Kept getting the takedown to the right spot. Volkov would hit him a couple times. The best part of the whole fight was the post-fight interview with Blades. Couldn't even keep his eyes open.
No,
he was standing there swaying back and forth with his eyes shut. And I thought he was going to fall over a few times. It was embarrassing. I thought it was... And he also said... I'm here. I don't care if you're mad, like the fans. It's like, bro, the fans are
care.
what drives your ranking.
That's who's going to make his paycheck.
Yeah, that's wild. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I wasn't impressed with that. Like, obviously,
the card wasn't even good. It was kind of a bummer.
He's not going to get a fight for a while because Stipe and DC are fighting.
3 coming up,
and then Ngannou gets the winner of that.
I think Ngannou will probably take a fight before then.
He's making weight for that fight. He's the backup. He's going to the fight.
Is he going to take a fight on the card,
or is
he
paid.
Just going to go to the fight and make weight in case somebody doesn't show up?
Well, it came out today that it might get moved anyway because Stipe doesn't want to fight in the Apex because of the small cage. So they're talking about that.
I think that favors Stipe.
You would think. Maybe.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
No, it absolutely favors. Dude, Cormier hit Stipe with everything but the kitchen sink in the last fight and couldn't hurt him.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it, but if he wants to pull out, I would instantly book Ngannou and Cormier and see if you can wait.
Cormier's not taking that fight.
You think he's all talk?
Dude, he's 42 years old, out of shape, fighting a heavyweight because he won't cut weight to 205 anymore. He's not fighting Francis Ngannou.
Yeah. So, the Blades fight was terrible. An upset, Jim Miller beat Roosevelt Roberts in the first round, submitted him. Roberts was a big favorite in that one.
Yeah.
That was a quick fight. I was surprised. Jim Miller's a veteran.
Miller's not bad. He's
a veteran.
He's a tough
he knows
dude
what's
too.
up.
He's been around a long time. He's not an easy fight for anybody.
The other good, the Bilal Muhammad Lyman Good fight was good.
Liam Good's good too, but he lost.
And then the best fight of the night was Josh Emmett and St. Burgos.
Emmett won that fight.
That was wild. I'm an Emmett fan. That fool was throwing haymakers.
He throws
everything. They both
were
though.
He left it in there. He won the fight.
Yeah, Burgos he leaves his hands down. He got caught too many times.
Those are big shots, too.
Way too many times.
Those dudes are big dudes.
So, that card wasn't spectacular. But the next one is the Hooker one this weekend.
That's
tonight.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Saturday, yeah. That's the card's not great, but I mean,
so let's just get into that.
So you got 2 good fights on there?
Yeah, Hooker and Poirier fighting.
Mike Perry.
Who do you got in Poirier Hooker? Do you have any analysis for me?
Dustin Poirier for sure.
Yeah, Poirier. So both of them, no one's wrestling, I don't think. It's going to be a stand up and slug you out.
Poirier probably knocks him out. Poirier's looked really good his last few fights.
Yeah, he beat Holloway. He obviously fought Khabib. I thought he fought him decent. He almost had that crank on him.
Yeah.
Or the guillotine.
Poirier's looked really good in his last few fights.
So, yeah, I'm taking Poirier. Poirier's minus 220, though. I don't know if there's much value in that.
And then the most talked about guy in MMA right now, Mike Perry.
Mike Perry.
Fighting a dangerous dude in Mickey Gall.
I wouldn't say dangerous. Like
Mickey Gall's good.
Submission?
Yeah.
Submission guy, right?
Mike Perry better hope it doesn't hit the deck.
Perry's got good takedown D, 70%. So let's backtrack. The craziest thing of this fight, though, is the fact that he's not having a team in his corner. He's having his girlfriend.
Only his girlfriend.
That's it.
Dude, his logic is wild. He said, once I've done everything, once I get there, I don't need any of them.
It's unprecedented. Like, what are you doing?
Nobody does this. He's going to basically go into the corner with no coaches.
Does she come into the ring between rounds?
Well, I mean, the UFC obviously has to have a cut man in there, and they have to have, like...
His coaches.
Well, you have three that go in with you with a cut man.
Yeah, so is it the cut man and his girlfriend?
His old lady's going to bring his water bottle in?
And give him a kiss?
I guess. I don't know. She's not giving him advice, I promise you that. Because he basically said he doesn't want any advice. He knows what he's doing.
He just wants to root. He wants someone to root for him.
That's cool. He's got fans, too.
They should
root for him.
book odds on that, actually. Does Mike Perry kiss his girlfriend in between rounds?
I don't know.
Minus 200. What would you say?
I'm taking yes.
I think not on the lips, though. I think she gives him a kiss on the forehead.
It's all sweaty and
she
nasty,
grabs him like, get out there, honey.
Honey, go out there and punch him in the face.
Yeah, you go in.
Go out there and knock him out. That's what you should do. Like he's not out there trying that every single round.
I don't even think he gets out of the first. I think Perry knocks him out.
You seriously think Perry knocks Mickey Gall out?
The odds are crazy. Perry's an animal. He's fought. He's only been he's coming off the loss against Jeff Neal. Obviously, that's the only time he's ever been KO'd. He got knocked out by Jeff Neal last time.
He eats a lot of punches.
He does. He takes damages. Neal hands of steel. Neal KO'd him in the first round. He's like,
He's like if you bought Justin Gaethje on the Wish app, they would send you Mike Perry.
Perry's only been KO'd once. Okay, so he's in 11 of his 13 victories are knockouts.
Yeah, because that's what he does. He throws nasty elbows. He throws some nasty elbows.
Yeah, the Luque Perry fight was I'm trying to describe it. It was just crazy. He's bleeding everywhere. He bled
nasty.
He bled on purpose so it could lather him up so he could escape the headlock. He's like, I was just waiting for the blood to let me out.
Grease him up.
So I think Perry, and the odds are crazy too, because at first I thought the odds would be closer. Perry's minus 330.
He is?
Yeah. Gall's plus 270.
I would bet Gall. That's a good bet. There's some good odds right there.
There are definitely good odds, but it doesn't make sense. I thought it would be more Perry minus 150, like closer. The odds being 330 tells me like I think Perry's going to KO this guy.
Apparently Vegas says too.
Yeah, I don't know. So if I had to, my bet would be parlay.
If it gets out of the first round,
and
he has zero coaches in the corner,
and
he has to be at a disadvantage going forward. I mean, I get it. If he goes out and KOs Big Gall in the first round, he didn't need his coaches anyway.
But he goes the distance a lot. Like the Luque fight, it went the distance.
And Luque pieced him.
They both hit.
That was a wild fight.
They both were hitting. But Gall, and Perry's only been submitted once by Donald Cerrone. It was the only submission. So most of his losses
that was Cerrone's submission that broke the record too, I think.
This is the armbar.
Yeah. That was the one that.
So I would parlay Perry and Poirier. I get better odds on that. But we'll see, man. The whole girlfriend thing. It's gonna those two. I probably won't bet this fight actually. Just the odds are crazy, but they're definitely gonna be fun to watch. That's for sure.
See which Mike Perry shows up. He's really good when he's on. He beat Paul Felder. He's beat a lot of good dudes.
Yeah, he's lost to other people,
but he seems to get caught by guys.
All right, that's pretty much it for that. The only other one I looked at was Violent Bob Ross. He's fighting I think he's the main event on the prelims. He's fighting Kama Worthy.
So you were talking about this Kama Worthy guy. He's got a bunch of knockouts.
He's won like 6 straight. Last 2 have been KOs. He hasn't fought in a year, but his highlight tape's pretty good. Like I've seen. So the odds in that fight is Worthy's plus 210. Pena hasn't beat anybody that big name. Like I didn't really recognize anybody.
He hasn't really fought any big name guys.
So at that price, I would take a flyer on Worthy. If I bet these, I'll post them to the Instagram story to people are crazy about that. Like, you didn't tell me to bet them. So any official bet I make, I post on the story. But
before it happens.
Before it happens. So we'll see. I might just play some DraftKings or something.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
All right, let's get into the 251 card. We're going to Fight Island.
Yeah, book my ticket.
We're going outside on the beach sand with the lights.
Can I get a media pass? A credential?
Do you think they should have done it on the beach? Old school, like that's like the Bovada style, right? Bovada used to do the ones on the beach?
Bovada or
wrestling.
Bodog did them on the beach. That's where Jorge Masvidal was fighting. He said they paid him a ton of money in those days. They would fly like his whole team out a week before and put him in like a huge suite. They had all the fighters on the beach, like open workouts. He said Bodog was paying him a ton of money. That's probably why Bodog went under in 2 years.
Masvidal bankrupt him?
Like everybody did. Some dude bankrolled all of Bodog, gave him like $200 million, and they blew through it in like 18 months.
All right. So obviously, Dana White, they're not going to do it on the beach. It's in an arena. All right, let's get straight to the main event, and we'll go backwards. So you got Gilbert Burns.
Kamaru Usman, too.
And Usman.
Dude, what's weird is Usman's the champ in his gym, and he left his gym in Florida to go to Denver and train.
He's training with Randy Whitman.
Yeah, it's weird, though. Like, why Trevor Whitman? Why would he leave? Like, why would the champ leave his own gym? Why isn't he tell his head coach, like, hey, I'm not going to do a camp in this gym with the guy I'm fighting? And I would assume, like, Gilbert Burns is going to fight somewhere else to
the striking coach isn't going to the fight.
He's not doing either guy. He
said if you want to train, he'll train, but he's not going to the fight. He's at his gym.
You don't want to watch it?
Yeah, he doesn't want. He's not picking sides. He doesn't want to be at the fight. He's training with. I think he stayed in his home gym. So the only one that would be training would be Burns because he didn't leave.
No, he's staying at his gym and training.
So he might be training with the striking coach though.
He might be.
Either way though, I don't. So the trainer trains Gaethje. Gaethje might be in his corner. I heard. Justin with Usman in Denver. He's training in Denver right now.
That's right. Yeah.
So he trains Gaethje, Rose Namajunas. Those guys.
That Denver camp's good too.
I read today
high altitude up there training.
I don't know.
Those guys can go 5 rounds, no problem.
Yeah, I don't know if Usman is just leaking stuff, but he said he's trying to get Gaethje to corner him.
I don't.
Fight.
What is that? I don't get why. Like Gaethje's gonna have one plan, like go out there and knock his head off.
Right.
That's like what is he gonna tell you?
Yeah,
Gaethje came out today and said the only reason he doesn't wrestle in MMA is because it's exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, those two trained together since 2012. Burns and so it's going to be interesting to see.
It's just weird that the champ left the gym.
He said he's been thinking about leaving for a while just to switch things up.
And he also said that he felt like everybody in the gym, like at his weight, was like biting at the chance to take his title.
Well, yeah, that's what happens.
Like
I feel like Burns'
his own teammates were like licking at the chops to come after him.
On the surface, it looks like Burns has done it the right way. He hasn't disrespected him. He's always talked highly of him, but who knows behind closed doors? Apparently, they're friends. Whatever. I think they're still cordial. I guess. I think this fight, though, it's going to be all Usman. I don't think he gets the credit. The odds surprised me. Burns is hot for sure. Don't get me wrong.
And he's fighting all the time.
Right.
Like he's been active fighting. Usman fights like once every 8 months.
Yeah, his last fight, he fought Covington in November, December.
Yeah,
he fought Woodley Woodley was in March because that was a fight I went to. He fought Woodley in March, and then his next fight was Covington. I'm pretty sure it was December.
That's probably a New Year's Eve card.
And he looked so wrestling. He dominated Woodley on the ground for 5 rounds. Yeah, but destroyed him.
He didn't knock Woodley out. It's 5 rounds.
But no, he's wrestled the whole time.
He beat him all 5 rounds though.
But then he goes out in Colby. That fight was one of the top. It might have been the best fight of the year last year.
Dude, everybody hates Colby. That fight was 2-2 going in the 5th round.
I think Dana said it was 3-1 Colby or something. There's a bunch of people that had Colby winning to the last minute.
Dude, it was good.
So
if I'm Dana, dude, I'm running that fight back.
Yeah, Usman showing that fight, showing he can stand up and trade with Colby like the way he did and KO him at the end. That I feel like he doesn't get as much respect. He's won 11 fights in a row. He's beat the Leon Edwards' last fight he lost was to Usman. That was 8 fights ago of Edwards.
Yeah,
he's beat Woodley. He's beat Covington. I think it might be 5 round. This fight might be a 5-round fight.
Well, if it's 5 rounds, I think it would favor Usman at that point.
What do you think Burns can just come out and finish him? Like Covington
I think
was
Burns is going to absolutely put his foot on the gas for the first 3 rounds.
I don't know, man.
He's going to try
Usman,
and surprise Usman and try and dictate the fight.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, I don't know which way it's going to go. I just think Usman.
I think Burns
Usman
has to.
easily.
I think Burns has to come out and just like Burns' last fight. He just comes out and dominates Tyrone Woodley from the bell, though. Just dominated him from the bell.
He had him on his knocked him down, bloodied first round. I was like, this is gonna be a quick fight.
From the bell,
It took him for him. Yeah, he was aggressive, but you're not going to do that to Usman.
Right, but he's going to try. He's going to have to.
Yeah, I don't see it. I got Usman. Who do you got?
Oh, I'm going to go with Burns.
I will be betting this fight. I will post
Burns.
it.
I want Burns to win.
Probably be doing a parlay, maybe a straight bet. All right. Next fight. Volkanovski, Holloway.
This is a rematch.
Rematch. The first one was all Volkanovski.
Absolutely dominated him. I want to say Max Holloway comes back. I don't know.
So, well, the interesting thing
he better change his entire game plan because his last game plan he got worked.
So the strikes were crazy. I looked into this. I was going to watch the fight earlier today. I didn't get time to, but the strikes, both of them threw over 300. Both of them landed. So Volkanovski landed 157 to 139. So it wasn't a huge disparity, but Volkanovski landed 75 out of 93 leg kicks.
That's what slowed Holloway down.
Holloway only attempted 26.
No, that's what slowed Holloway down. He couldn't come forward.
So the fight was even other than the leg kicks. Volkanovski attempted 4 takedowns, got 0.
Well, the numbers say that, but like if the numbers like him eating that many leg kicks, Holloway,
yeah, it just
shuts him down.
That's what I'm saying. So
his pressure coming forward is gone.
So all he had to do, I mean, obviously in retrospect, was don't get leg kicked. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but if you're preparing for that, Volkanovski
Holloway's going to have to keep the distance and then close the distance and fight in the phone book.
Yeah. Volkanovski came out and he said he's trying to finish because he said he didn't get any respect even after that fight. He wants to finish Max. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good game plan.
Everybody thinks he's one of the baddest dudes on the planet.
Yeah, I do. Well, I mean, I don't know what he was reading.
Who is he talking about?
I don't know.
That doesn't respect him.
I read it today and he's like, I'm going to finish him. But I think if he has that mindset,
he wants to fight.
I don't know if that's a good idea to just because your head, you got to have a game plan. You're not gonna be like, I'm just gonna go out there and finish him. Use the same game plan, and if it's not working, switch. But you need to kick Max's legs because if you don't slow him down and you let him get range,
Volkanovski doesn't have to change anything. Go out there and do the same thing you did.
But if he's saying he's going to finish him, like because last time he wasn't trying to finish him.
Volkanovski's dumb enough to abandon the leg kicks and go try and headhunt, Max Holloway is going to wreck him.
That's what I mean, both these guys. Obviously, Holloway.
Maybe Volkanovski's probably trying to play mind games.
Maybe.
I don't know. He's trying to trick Max Holloway. I mean, Max Holloway's too good.
Volkanovski's only loss. He's 21-1.
Max Holloway's a monster.
No, Volkanovski's 21-1.
Holloway.
Both of them are not.
Holloway's probably the second best featherweight of all time.
Yeah, because Conor left.
Conor's the best featherweight of all time.
So, yeah, Holloway's only losses to Poirier, Volkan, Conor. Never knocked out. So Holloway's never been knocked out. And Volkanovski's going to go knock him out? Doubtful.
Not happening. That's why if he abandons what worked and gives up the leg kicks and tries to go out there and headhunt Max Holloway because he thinks he doesn't have any respect, he's going to get finished.
Yeah, if I had to – so on this whole card I was looking at trying to figure out there's going to be an upset. If I had to pick an upset, it's probably this one. Probably go Holloway.
Burns.
Well, so who you take? So I'm not locking this in any way, but talking about it, I'll probably go Holloway. I'll go Holloway.
I like Holloway.
He's plus 180. Volkanovski's minus 210.
Yeah, I don't know. Holloway didn't win a round last time, though, so it's tough to bet on him.
He's going to win 4 out of 5.
This next fight is my favorite fight of the night.
Petr Yan?
Petr Yan and Jose Aldo. We talked about this before. Jose Aldo absolutely gets a title shot, even though he's ranked like 8 in the division at this point. But it's because of his name and who he is.
Well, he was supposed to get one against Cejudo, and then he couldn't get out of his country because of coronavirus.
Right.
So that's why he's
Aldo leapfrogged 6 dudes, though, to get the
Sterling, Sandhagen, which Sterling dominated standing.
Sterling's got to be pissed.
He's next. He has to be next.
If I'm Sterling, I'm not fighting another fight unless it's a title fight.
What about Sean O'Malley? He's 14th, but he's rising quickly. He's going after Yan already. He's tweeting at him, talking about you can't spell your name right.
I don't think any of those dudes would take an O'Malley fight. Because, dude, O'Malley's a bad dude. He wrecks everybody. He had a little 1-year layoff there for PEDs.
And he got hurt, too.
And then he got hurt. Then he came back and wrecked, dude.
He'll be a champion next year.
O'Malley?
He won't get it this year. He won't get the chance this year.
Not unless somebody
No,
backs
because
out of the fight.
Sterling's fighting next. Then that's going to be the end of the year. Maybe 2 more. And O'Malley's back 14th, I think. He's not climbing that fast.
Dude, what say Jose Aldo pulls out of this fight this
Sterling's
week?
getting it.
You think Sterling would take it? Short notice? Or do they
I
offer
guess
to Sugar? Do they offer to Sugar Shane?
I'm going to say O'Malley 2021. That's your next. That's
O'Malley.
That's a lock.
Dana calls O'Malley.
All right, so who are you taking in this fight? Can you see Aldo winning?
Yes. If Aldo shows up as Jose Aldo, he wins the fight.
Yeah, what do you mean? So,
Like Aldo's last 5, but his last 5 fights, he's either phenomenal and looks great, or he doesn't show up and he's like not there.
He dropped in weight after his last fight was his first fight at this weight class.
Right.
When he fought Moraes. He lost the fight and somehow, I thought he won.
It was a super close fight.
Everybody thinks he won. I thought he won.
Aldo won.
But he lost his last fight. The only losses he's had, Volkanovski,
all the way
Max twice, Connor. Like these guys only loses to.
He lost to somebody else too. He lost to.
He's lost 6 fights in his career.
Poirier, right?
No, those are only 5. Moraes.
Oh, Moraes.
Max twice, Volkanovski, Connor, and there's 1 more back in the day. But I'm saying he only loses to But Peter Yan's 14-1. He's won 9 straight. This dude's a monster.
Oh, Peter Yan's a big time dude. He's really good.
He's only fought his last 2
This
was
should be a good
Faber.
fight, dude. This is my favorite fight of the night. This should be a good fight.
I got Yan easily.
You think
I think Yan
finishes his full?
I think he lost his power dropping down in weight. I don't think he has the power of Jose Aldo before. Drops some weight. I think Yan comes in and just mops him up.
I don't know, dude.
I got Petr.
I told you Aldo was going to get this.
We're gonna see Petr Yan and Sean O'Malley.
O'Malley's like my top 5 of my favorite fighters.
March of 2021. Yan versus O'Malley.
I'm going to the fight.
Yeah, it's in Vegas. That's the one they have right. It's a week before March
Madness. It's the co-main event, dude.
All right, let's get into the ladies. All right, you got Rose Namajunas and Jessica Andrade. This is another
Rose
rematch.
Wins this fight.
This is another rematch.
Yeah.
Rose was up 10-9 after 1, and then Andrade landed that back slam on her.
Oh.
KO'd her on the back slam.
With the slam. Rose was teeing her up, though. She was teeing off on her.
Yeah, the first round, Andrade got her down, and then Rose went for an armbar, and Andrade had to escape.
Yeah. Rose is way.
Is her head right, though? Because that's why she left, right? She didn't want to. She's like, I don't want to fight anymore.
I think she took time off because she was kind of over it.
After that fight, she's like,
she
doesn't look interested.
I think she was kind of burnt too on after beating Joanna twice.
Yeah,
and Dana just not pushing her as the best, chick on the planet like they did with Joanna all the time. Rose, yeah. I think Rose felt disrespected for a while.
Yeah, because she beat Tisha Torres, Paige, then Michelle Watterson, Joanna twice,
yeah,
and then lost that fight.
If you go back, and look at prior other champs who got knocked out in the first or second round, and Dana never just rebooks that fight instantly. If you're the champ and you get knocked out, he doesn't give you a rematch right out the gate. He never does it. He did it with Joanna though. The moment,
right away, though.
Dude, Rose probably didn't leave the building, and Dana's sign here.
I can't really remember a lot of champ. The only one that comes Volkanovski Max is a direct rematch. They haven't fought in between.
No. But it's been a while.
Yeah, it was...
Rose didn't even get outside the building, and Dana's sign here. Here's a rematch.
Yeah, that was the same card as Usman and Covington, I think, in December. That was the co-main.
Yeah.
Maxon. So it's been...
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I can't remember a time where there's that quick of a rematch.
If you're the champ and it's split decision, you win,
yeah,
or you lose a split decision, then I could see he'll rebook it.
I think it's stupid. I think if you
get knocked out, Jose Aldo got knocked down in 14 seconds, Dana didn't run over and fucking book the rematch with Connor, even though Aldo begged for it.
I don't even think you should get rematches right away. There should be a fight in between.
If you get knocked out in the first or second round as a champ, you don't get a rematch. You got to fight somebody else.
Oh, and
you
anyway,
don't get the champ.
You have to at least win one fight in between.
Yeah.
To me, I'm not booking there's the no rematch clause. What do you lost the belt?
You lost.
Fight one more in between.
Not only did you lose, you got knocked out in the first or second round. Like you wasn't even close. It wasn't even a thought.
The
Like,
only
you
time-
got knocked out.
You're
not getting a rematch.
I'm trying to think of an example for a rematch. Like Burns or Usman Covington, I'm booking that. I don't
You're
care.
rebooking that because of how close that fight was.
Masvidal Diaz, I'm booking that because the doctor stopped it and Diaz was about to get going.
I don't know if he was about to get
Watch
going,
it. Go watch it.
Diaz
Rewatch
is a
it. It was
monster.
wild.
I love Diaz. He goes 5 rounds easy and he turns it on like 3 or 4. Like third, fourth round, Diaz starts turning it on. The pace, you can't keep up. Like
Go watch that fight again. Me and P watched it.
Go watch it, dude.
Me and P watched it a week and a half
Jorge
ago.
was teeing off on Diaz.
Though I agree with that. But if you watch like the last minute of that third round, Diaz is smacking him up. He's not hitting him hard. He's just active, and he was ready to go.
He's going to push the pace.
I'm just saying.
But I don't think Masvidal. I think Masvidal could have stayed with the pace.
We'll see. But no, well, I guess we won't.
I
see.
don't know though because
But
Masvidal doesn't get out of the first round anymore. So
that was that's the type of fight I want to see rebooked immediately.
I get
And
rebooking those two because
they
it's
both said,
it's a
"Let's
bad
do it."
doctor stoppage. Like it's controversial.
Yeah.
The Covington Usman fight, like that was a super close fight. Most people had a 2-2 going in the 5th round. Covington's in the corner like my jaw's broken, going out in the 5th round and just going forward, throwing punches, eating punches. Like he ended up getting finished in the 5th.
Well, like another doctor stoppage I can think of was Cerrone Ferguson. You remember when he blew his nose and his eye was crazy?
Yeah, but
Don't rebook that. Don't book that. That was awful.
To me, that's different. Cerrone knows. He's a veteran.
No,
he
that's-
knows from the start. That was Cerrone's out in that fight.
No, either way, that's not a fight to be rebooked because of a doctor
but
stoppage. That's
Cerrone's a
destroyer.
veteran. He knows what he's doing. He knows not to blow his nose.
No,
that was Cerrone's out in that fight. Instead of telling his corner or telling a ref like, "Hey, stop this,"
No, he didn't do it on
I'm
purpose.
done. Absolutely, he's fought a million times.
This is for rematch.
That's the number one thing you learn.
Rematch purposes. I'm comparing the two. That fight, he got destroyed. The Diaz Masvidal fight, that rebooked that one automatically.
You
Go
can
look at that
I get it.
before and
You can
after
rebook
pictures.
it because it's a controversial stoppage by a doctor, but Nate was not looking good in that fight.
It's gonna come after you. All right, who you got? So you got
love
Rose.
Nate.
I like Rose. I got Rose in that fight.
Rose too, for sure.
As long as she doesn't get slammed on accident yet. Andrade can wrestle, but I got Rose. She's gonna pick her apart. I think it goes the distance.
You think so?
Yeah, she picks her apart for 3.
I think Rose stops
It's
her.
only a 3-round fight, right?
I think Rose stops her.
Because Andrade, who's the champ? Oh, Wei Lee took the belt right away from Andrade.
But I mean Rose.
So it's only a 3-round fight.
Rose wrecked Joanna twice.
Yeah, but no KO. She just picked her apart.
She KO'd Joanna the first time, the second round.
Not the second time. It's just rare to
Second
see
time they went
KOs
to decision.
in the women's.
The first
whatever.
time she
I got Rose
knocked Joanna out.
and a unanimous decision. That's what I got. All right, last one on the main event. Amanda
Rebus
Rebus
and
and Paige Van Zandt.
Paige Van
Miss
Zandt's
Instagram.
Her return?
Her return.
She had a broken arm and then was making
Another
more money on
broken arm?
Instagram than she ever did fighting.
So she fought 3 times since December of 2016.
Yeah. She hasn't fought in like probably a year and a half.
No, January of 2019. So yeah, you're close to a year and a half. Yeah. So she hasn't fought. She's making more money on Instagram.
She had a broken arm.
Yeah, she broke her arm. She's done. I think she broke her arm a couple times or broke something a couple times.
Well, and then she came out and was like, I make more money on Instagram.
She's still saying that.
Posting half-naked selfies than I do fighting.
Yeah. Understandable.
I wouldn't.
So don't
either.
fight any. Don't fight then.
But see,
Why
this
you-
is the thing. This is
She
why.
wouldn't
This is
be
why I won't
famous.
bet her. This is why I won't bet her because she's got a foot out the door.
She's a free agent.
She doesn't have to fight anymore. So there's no like killer instinct. She's there because it's available. She's already got her foot out the door.
Yeah,
People that are fight like that,
yeah.
they don't win.
She already said she's win or lose, her value doesn't decrease on the open market. I'm like, you can't go in a
You
fight
don't
like
want to
that.
fight anymore though.
She wants to go to Bellator or something with her husband.
For what? Who's she going to go fight over?
I don't know. To make more money? That doesn't make sense. If you're saying you make more money,
Rory McDonald tried that too. Ask him how that worked.
I'm
He
just saying-
took half his money in Bitcoin when it was worth 12,000. When he cashed it out, it was worth 2,000. How'd that work out for you, Rory?
it just doesn't make sense. That's what the odds show that though. Well, yesterday she was plus 700. Now she's plus 550. But I'm not betting. I'm not touching either of the.
She's got a foot out the door.
Rebus is minus 800.
I'm not betting.
That's like John Jones numbers.
That's bigger than John Jones numbers. John Jones is never that big of a favorite.
It's
That's Ronda Rousey numbers.
When Holly
Holm
was
was
like
11
plus 11, right?
Yeah, 1100 or so, whatever.
It doesn't make sense. I'm like, I'm not. The fight will be, I guess, fun. I want to see what happens.
I don't think Van Zandt wins this fight.
No, there's no chance. She's a free agent. I don't understand her logic though.
If she's got one fight left on her contract,
no, this is her last
get it out of the way. Yeah, that's what she's doing. Like, get it out of the way.
But she dodged Macy Barber. Macy Barber destroyed her.
Yeah,
she dodged her a lot, or for a year. If your logic is I make more money on Instagram than fighting,
you got a foot out the door, dude.
So finish your but don't go back to fighting.
That's what I think.
I don't understand.
She owes a fight on the contract.
This is the last one.
This is it.
Can't you just
get it out of the way?
Can't you just not fight though?
No, Dana owns you for a fight.
No, but if you don't fight, what happens?
Then you can't go fight anywhere else.
So don't go fight. That's my whole point. That's like if I was working at
she wants to go to Bellator because there's nobody over there that's any good.
But why fight if you're making that much money? That's my point.
I don't know. Stay relevant.
Stay so you can post Instagram relevant.
So you stay
that
relevant.
doesn't make sense
With a huge audience.
I hope she.
I bet her whole entire post-fight interview
nose.
is like, shout out my Instagram.
Yeah, dude. What if she breaks her nose and they have to like remove it?
Remove her nose.
Then her Instagram.
That's not. Where? What?
What if some freak accident?
Her nose. She'll get a prosthetic nose for sure.
What if something drastic happens where it
she
ruins
her eye socket?
Their eye fall. No,
and her hair catches on fire. What are you talking about?
I'm just spitballing here.
Did you see Joanna? You see Joanna after the Weili fight? She looks normal now.
She does.
That you can't get any worse than that.
She did look like a Megamind.
Dude, they posted her photo of how bruised her face was. I thought she was going to get banned for having blackface on. It was bad.
No, it was Megamind style. Like Twitter was on fire for 3 days after that. She was still posting videos. Credit to her, hiding her face. She was in hoodies, pulling up, and just you could see her eyes. And yeah, she had glasses on. Yeah. She looked like a spy or something.
Dude, I don't know how they recover that fast.
And she didn't even say like why she was doing it. She'd be like, "Hey, Instagram followers," and it's just her eyes. I'm like, what are you doing? Just take a break.
I don't get how they recover so fast, dude. Stipe had he got the huge black eye, and then 7 days after the first Cormier fight, he uploaded an Instagram photo and he didn't even have a black eye. I don't get how they recover that fast.
Makeup. They're wearing makeup. All right. So that's the main.
Stipe, the firefighter's putting on mascara nowadays.
All right. Here's the only pre-undercard fight I want to talk about. I don't know if you know any of the other guys. Ozdemir and Brzelia.
Ozdemir gets zero respect,
Yuri Brzelia.
Bro.
I don't even know if I'm saying the name right. He's from the Czech Republic. 26-3, 10 straight KOs, 8 first-round knockouts. He has 23 knockouts in his 26 victories.
But he hasn't fought anybody.
That's what they all say.
He's probably fighting Rick from Kinkos on Saturday.
Why does everybody... Can't you just be like Rick from Staples or Kmart? It's always Kinkos.
Kinkos, dude.
Just the weakest guys
from making copies, bro.
The weakest dudes work at Kinkos?
Yeah, dude. They're in there making copies.
You just go KO all 13 employees?
Well, I say that because that's what...
Bob from Kinkos,
Well, somebody said Stipe. He's like going in he stayed at the gym he's been at since he started training. He has never left that gym.
Was it next to Kinkos?
No, some guy was talking.
Dude, we gotta.
Stipe, he's in there fighting Bob from Kinkos 3 days a week in the gym, and then he's coming out here as a heavyweight, knocking everybody out.
Is Kinkos still?
I don't even know if they're still a thing.
Are they open?
I feel like everything's digital now, so Kinkos can't have survived.
Can't, right?
Nobody prints.
I'm gonna try to figure it out.
When's the last time you printed something and gave it to somebody?
What do you mean?
When's the last time you printed something on a printer and gave it to somebody?
A year ago?
Exactly. Nobody does that. Everything's email.
Yeah, because I quit that job. I had to go print, and so I just went to Kinkos.
So I went to no way. Oh, you went to where? Where'd you go?
I wasn't in Kinkos.
Where'd you go?
It was similar to Kinkos.
Where did you go?
I don't remember.
Kinkos,
down south.
Is that what you said?
No, but we got to reach out to Kinkos. They can be our sponsor.
They're probably hurting right now. They'll probably.
I'll shoot them out. They don't have any money though.
All the free paper we want, dude.
Free paper? I need a printer.
Well, we got to sign something for these
damn
fans.
Printer doesn't work.
We got to sign something for the fans too.
All right. I got something that works. Hats are coming.
8x10 paper.
All right, back to this fight. Ozdemir. That's your boy, apparently.
Dude, he gets zero respect. He's good.
Yeah, because he's lost 3 out of 4.
Yeah, but look who he's fought. He lost to Cormier, who was a title fight. Then he lost to Anthony Smith, who at the time had won 6 straight. And then he goes and gets a split decision loss against Dominic Reyes, who everybody thinks just beat John Jones.
He didn't, though.
He didn't. I don't think he did, but everybody else is talking about he got robbed.
Yeah. But
that's who Ozdemir is fighting, and then they throw him this guy who nobody could pronounce his name.
Yep. He's
And
going
this
to
is UFC debut. He's debuting against Ozdemir
on Fight Island. Do you know how jacked he's going to be?
This dude's not leaving Fight Island. They're burying him there.
In the dirt, in the sand?
Yeah. R.I.P. Peraza Chaka.
I don't think so, dude. I got Prazalia plus 135.
I'm taking Ozdemir.
Ozdemir.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got on the fights? Oh, we forgot to talk about that. The cornering. Guy quitting.
Oh,
And we're going
Max.
to talk about the teeth getting knocked
Max. Everybody
The corner.
dragged his coaches for making him go back out there. But he came out today and said that he has a track history, like a track record of doing this.
It doesn't matter.
And his head coach pushes him and he trusts his coaches. He says he does this all the time. Like he gets this mindset where he thinks he doesn't deserve to be there. So he wants out.
Well, did you see Ariel Helwani came out immediately after?
And Ariel had his
just
coach
going.
on.
He had him on, but immediately after the fight, I remember watching this, and it was on Instagram, I think, and he was going. Him and Chael Sonnen were talking about it, going nuts. Ariel's like, "This is wrong. This is we can't allow this." Like, bro, your coach is there to motivate you
To get you going.
To go.
But this
You're
is
a
the
grown ass man.
thing.
You can walk out and be like, "I'm done." Like, don't call the fight. Like he did.
He ended up doing it.
He did do it.
But this is the thing. Ariel and none of these guys, none of us knew the track record this dude's had.
Yeah, your
of
coaches
doing
know
this.
you better than
His coaches know he does this all the time. So there's them going, look, bro, you're going to fight. You're going out there. You do this all the time. You thank us after for not letting you quit. Come on. Get
This
out
is like
there.
when
You're
you
good.
go out
You're
to
gonna
the
fight.
mound. Say it's the World Series Game 7. You go out and you're going to take out Kershaw. He doesn't want to come out. He's going to tell you no. The coach takes him out. That's good for the team, right? That's the smart decision.
It's the right choice.
Right.
It's not the fan favorite.
I'm trying to think how that translates. So
If me and you were at a game, and we're watching,
this is
okay,
backfiring.
and Kershaw's on the mound, and it's the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs in the World Series. Me and you want to see Kershaw throw the complete game, get the 3rd out, and move along. But his coach comes out and takes him off the mound. Me and you are mad. Why'd they yank Kershaw? Especially if somebody comes in and gives up the game-tying home run.
Yeah, that's happening.
It goes why did you pull Kershaw?
Last time
I'll tell you why you pull Kershaw in the playoffs, because he's a bum in the playoffs.
That was last time they put him in and he got rocked.
Yeah.
But no, I guess that wasn't a good example. I'm trying to think. If you don't want to fight and your coach is there to motivate you to get out there and win. So if you don't want to fight, all you have to do is exactly what that guy did, and it was call it, I'm done. Even after talking with his coaches. So what's the problem?
Nothing.
The fight was stopped. But no,
he quit.
Helwani was going bananas. They need to regulate the coaches. No.
No, but Helwani didn't know the track record of his coach and him doing this.
I don't know. I didn't know the track record.
Nobody did. So it looked really bad.
How?
It looked okay. Anthony Smith just did it. He's losing teeth, telling his corner, "Hey, I think
that's
I
on
think
him.
my
That's
teeth
not on
fell
his
out."
coaches.
But that's Anthony Smith not asking his coach to stop the fight. That's Anthony Smith asking the coach to stop the fight without saying stop the fight.
That's not the coach. No,
That's like
stupid.
Colby Covington in the corner saying, "My jaw's broken. My jaw's
Should
broken."
they have stopped the fight?
That's Colby Covington
That's
with too much pride saying, "My jaw's broken. I don't think I should go out to this next round." And his coach going, "Not a chance. It's 2-2. Go get the belt."
That's on the fight. 100%. That's on the athlete. If you can't fight, you say I can't fight.
So if this kid comes if this kid's up 2-0 and he comes over, he just got rocked, but he's up 2 rounds to none, and he sits on the bench, and you're his coach, and he goes, "I'm done. It's a 3-round fight. I'm done. I'm out. I can't do it. I quit." As a coach, you're up 2-0. All he has to do is walk around for 5 minutes, not get knocked out, and he takes a UFC debut win. You're gonna stop the fight, or you're gonna let Ariel and those guys say regulate coaches if this guy quits, he's done.
Oh, I'm not stopping the fight.
I think his coach did the right thing, especially with the track record where this guy quits all the time.
I'm saying that if you're the coach, your job is to motivate him to go out there. If he can't fight, he has to quit. I'm not letting him quit.
No, I think Ariel and them are mad. We're mad at him originally because he wanted to quit and they didn't know the track record of it all. His coach knew he wasn't in danger. His coach knew he has a track record of doing this. I'm going to push him. I'm going to tell him, no, you're not quitting again and again and again. I'm going to push him you're going out. Get off the stool. You're going out.
If you have a coach that lets you quit, you need to fire your coach.
Anthony Smith already said this. He tells his coaches straight up, you never stop the fight.
That's what I'm saying. It's either one or the other. For Ariel to come out and get mad over, that's why it doesn't. I don't care what the background is. Your coach is there to motivate you. If you literally can't fight, you do not fight.
The only person that should be able to stop the fight is you.
No, because then the fighters will get mad. Tony Ferguson was getting demolished by Gaethje.
Sure, Ferguson shouldn't have came out for the 5th round.
But he did, and then afterwards he was thankful that they didn't stop the fight. His coaches didn't. He said that. So which one is it? Is it you want him to stop the fight if it's dangerous, or you don't? You got to pick a side.
You know what's wild about the Gaethje-Ferguson fight? Do you remember at the end of the...
Because he got punched 700 times?
Second round, though, he caught Gaethje and dropped him. And
Clock saved him.
The bell goes
5
off.
seconds left.
If there's 15 seconds left in that round, Ferguson gets a second round TKO victory.
Yeah, seconds are everything. But no, I think that's the whole point.
That's why his coaches don't stop that fight at the end of the 4th.
It's stupid. You got to pick a side. I think I'm going to go back and look at that reaction from Helwani with that fight, because Ferguson shouldn't have came out after the 5th. If it's up to the coaches,
Ferguson should not have came out for the 5th
after
round.
the 4th round.
But
so which is it?
Coaches aren't going to take the 5th round away from him if he wants to fight.
Yeah, that's my whole point.
If you want to fight, go fight, bro.
Right.
I don't care how bad you're getting beat up. Until Dana steps in there and is like,
two
call
different
this shit, that's
what the whole argument is with this whole coaching thing is. Helwani wants to be on both sides. Pick a side. Is it the coach's job or is it the fighter's job? In my eyes, it's the fighter's job.
It's the fighter. I get coaches who want to protect their dudes, live to fight another day, but if you want to fight, go fight.
No, if you're about to die, you need to quit. If a guy's spitting teeth out, you should call the fight.
Well, Anthony Smith, that was him asking
him
to stop
No,
the fight.
if you want it, there's no bullshit. If you're gonna ask to stop the fight, just say that. Stop the fight. I'm out. Like that kid was doing.
Those dudes
and
have
your
too
coach
much
still
pride,
need to push it.
Those dudes have too much pride. But the dude did.
If I'm losing my teeth, I ain't fighting. Period. I'm like, okay, I already opened the door and I'm in the locker room.
Then it ain't up to your coach. It's up to you.
Right, exactly. That's my whole point.
It's up to you, not your coach. That coach did the right thing. Push his dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Go do your thing.
Stop trying to
went out there and quit.
Stop trying to regulate coaches, Helwani. What else we got? Anything else? I think that's it for 251. So recap real quick. Who you got? We'll go through them real quick again. Tonight's fights.
I'm going Burns.
No, tonight's. You got
tonight.
Perry.
Will be Saturdays.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking the main
Perry and Gall. Perry and Gall.
Oh, I'm taking
Perry and
Poirier
Poirier
and Gall.
Yeah, Poirier and Gall. I got. Yeah. Okay, and then what about the third one? What's the third one?
Is that your
Violent Bob Ross and Kama Worthy?
I'm taking Violent Bob Ross. Yeah.
All right, so we're okay. Good, that's good. All right, Burns Usman. You got Burns.
Yeah, I'm taking Burns.
Volkanovski Holloway.
Volkanovski.
Jan and
Aldo.
Rose and Andrade.
Rose.
Rebus
for sure.
No,
Van Zandt
no
doesn't want to be there. She's just getting out of her contract.
All right, I think that's it. Thanks for joining us. 251 should be great to watch, and have fun, and we'll see you next time.